We have this ginormous thing in the polytunnel today. What is this? We think it's a wood wasp. Can you identify this? It's really big. Really, really, really big. It's been in here now for 3 days. And it's massive. Anyway, I'll just turn the camera around and say hello. Sue here again from Sue's Dog Broadmouth Garden today. I haven't done any videos for a few days. I'm trying to catch up on my videos. My internet is going a bit slow at the moment. Anyway, it's the 19th. I'm sure it's Monday the 19th of July 2021 and it's about 5:30 in the afternoon. I haven't been outside all day. I have actually been making food. So today I made a parsnip puree for us to have with our fish. So we had our dinner early today, so we had sea bass with salad. We're eating a lot of raw food right now. We're eating loads and loads of raw salad, coleslaw, stuff like that, to improve our diet, which seems to be working. Yeah, so I made a really lovely, because you know, I don't know if you saw my video where I harvested my parsnips that were very ugly shapes and sizes. So I kept all those, and I think I harvested those 2 weeks ago. And today I got round to cooking them, and I made a really lovely puree, which replaces any kind of potatoes, because obviously parsnips have carbohydrates in them as well. But they're a good replacement for potatoes if you don't want to have potatoes all the time, which we don't. So we only have a tiny bit, and I mixed it with some cream and butter and blitzed it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm also in the process of making a soup with the actual parsnip tops and all of the bits of the parsnip that I didn't use in the puree. So I'm bundle that in, and any of the old salad and spring onions that we haven't used over the past few days, I threw all them in. Carrots, I threw them in. Anything that was in my fridge that was going over a bit, I threw it all in the soup, which is sort of half cooked, and all the parsnip tops. So I'm making a soup with all that, so I don't throw anything away if I can possibly help it. Use every part of the vegetable that I'm harvesting from the polytunnel. I will give you a tour in a minute. I've got some visitors around here. I've got some chickens. Anyway, I'll show you what I've been up to in the garden over the weekend. On Saturday, my partner's been doing some fencing because we've had a sheep that keeps getting in the garden, and luckily I think we bought a whole reel of fencing that we didn't put up, and we were mending that yesterday and the day before. So we done a lot of fixing fencing in the garden to stop the sheep getting in from our field into our garden, because we can't have her in there. And I've been working on this bit of the garden over here. So what we've decided to do is concentrate on this part of the garden at the moment for the food. So this part of the garden we're going to get all done with the raised beds, like the no-dig beds and everything. I'll show you what we're going to do, and keep all the vegetables down this end. The only thing I'm going to put in the field bit at the moment is my potatoes, because I ordered some potatoes and I'm going to do an experiment, and I've got 3 different types of potatoes. So I've got some already seeded Charlotte potatoes, which I think are early potatoes, so I'm going to put them in. They were potatoes that I bought from the supermarket and I've gone to seed, so I'm going to put them in. Then I've got some other potatoes which are like all year rounder potatoes, and the whole bag has gone to seed, and I'm going to put them in. And then I've got my seed potatoes. I'm looking at a big bee. And then I've got my seed potatoes, which are Maris Piper, and I'm going to put them in. So I've got like a really long bed. I think it's like 14 foot long or something. And I'm going to put all the potatoes in sections in there. I will not be doing it today though, because it's still really hot in the garden, and I need to put like a layer of compost on the top. But there are actually, yeah, there's like the chicken manure stuff and all that on there, but I just want to put a layer of compost on the top for the potatoes to grow in, and then I will put the netting that I've just taken off the squashes and put it on the top of there. And that's going to be it for that side of the garden for this year, because there's so much to do here, and we're just going to work on this part of the garden where the polytunnel is for this year, and then next year we'll start extending into the other part of the garden. So that's what we're planning on doing. So I'm only going to put potatoes over there. So anyway, we got a massive kind of a wood wasp, I think it is. I just showed you a video of it, and it's been in the polytunnel now for 3 days, but we think it's a wood wasp. We don't think, because we have massive logs everywhere laying around, rotting away, from trees we've had cut down in the past, and we've been cutting down quite a lot of trees that were rotten over the past few years we've moved here, but it looks huge. It is massive, but it's in the polytunnel. But I'm not really working in the polytunnel today. I've got some flowers that I need to put in the garden. I have been putting flowers in the garden. I've still got a load more that I need to just shove in the garden somewhere, so that they are not going to completely waste their life and die after me not putting them anywhere. So they're all over here. I've put them over here. There's still a few left in the polytunnel, but there's not that many now. So let me give you a quick tour of what I've been up to in the garden today. This is just going to be a touring video today. I don't know if I'll really want to get up to much, because I actually well, I've been working all day indoors making food. What else did I make? Oh yeah, I harvested my rhubarb again, the second time I've harvested the rhubarb, and I've made this time, because we're trying to avoid sugar as much as possible, like adding sugar. So I've added some sultanas to it, and I boiled it up, and then I sieved it, and I've made like a puree with that. And then I had some natural yogurt with no sugar in it whatsoever, and some cream. So I whisked up some cream, mixed it with the natural yogurt, and then put in the rhubarb with the sultana mixture in, and just put it in gently like a mousse. And I've also put in there some, well, I had about 3 or 4 strawberries left in the polytunnel, so I put them in there, and then a few berries, like frozen berries, and I've made like a beautiful mousse, and I've got a great big bowl full of it, and I haven't told my partner, it's a surprise. So we've had our dinner already today, so we're going to have this later, and it'll taste wonderful. So we haven't put any sugar in. Anyway, I've got my chickens nosing around at my potted plants that I've got here. I can see Basil, he's just nosing around looking in my plants. Cheeky sausages they are. Anyway, I'll just turn the camera around and let you see the garden. Okay, here we go. So I'm sitting here just outside the polytunnel, and I've weeded all this area where all my little flowers are, and I trimmed up all these bushes that were overhanging. I'm just going to show you what we're planning on doing to this part of the garden. So we bought another 3 bags of pea shingle, which doesn't quite match the one we've got, but it doesn't really matter. Once this washes, it's only on here thinly, we need to thicken it up a bit. Here are all my flowers that I've put outside. So I've got all my calendula, I've got those, Niger, Busy Lizzies, whatever, I can't remember now. They look the same as I've got already indoors, the Glavatera. There's some parsnips there that need to go in somewhere. Some other stuff, okay? And look at these look really pretty. I've had to stake them because, I actually tied them up because they keep falling over, all these tobacco flowers. And I tidied this area of the garden up the other day. So in here I've put my cumin, dill, Oh, there's a wild foxglove I put in there and something else. And that's my comfrey there. There's another one of those tobacco flowers that's fallen over, but we'll leave that one. And I've put in here my clematis. Yay! So that's actually there at the end. And then next to that are the morning glory. Looking pretty over here. And I found some shells. So this conch shell I already have. But all these little weenie shells, these little weenie ones, they used to belong to my mum. So she had all these in her bathroom in a little pot. So somebody's knocked them everywhere. Cats probably, at night. So I've just been trying to like put them in an arrangement kind of thing. There's not many of them, but they're very pretty. So I just put them there, you see, and the big shell there. So whenever I go anywhere and I see a stone or a shell or anything pretty that I like, I'm just going to add it to my little garden collection. And those little weird insects I've had for donkey's years. They were in my house plants. Just do a tour outside first before we take you in the polytunnel. I just want to show you what I've been up to. So my partner suggested, which I think is a really good idea, that instead of just having this as a block of earth and I was just going to put a path on it, was to turn it into the actual beds, because they are earth. So this is where we put the pipe back in, see, and I've put it all back now. So I've backfilled it all and took out all the weeds, and I've done this yesterday, and I've tidied up all at the back. But we could have all our brassicas and stuff down here, all the way down here, and then have some other brassicas and what have you, because we can still do the no dig method. So what I will do is put some cardboard on here, and then over there on that side of the garden we've got a massive mound of earth which we need to clear, because we need to have more no dig beds over there, 2 more at least. So a good point is to just put it on here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get some wood, some treated wood, and make like an edge on here, and make this like a separate bed here, and have this as a whole bed, and then have another whole bed along this way, and then fill it up with the topsoil after I put cardboard down, and this would be brilliant. And over here are my lovely flowers that are doing really well. I think we've got some freesias, which are these beautiful red ones this time. Look at those. Oh, beautiful, aren't they? So we've got red ones this time. And oh yeah, we got these flowers. I don't know what these are. These look really pretty. Looks like another type of freesia, pink one. So we've got those. Oh, I think these are the dahlias that are coming out. Look at these. We've got yellow ones. Yellow one there. And then we've got these beauties, whatever these are. As I said in previous videos, I don't remember what any of these plants are really, because I bought a load of bulbs and I just needed to get them in quick. I haven't even got them all in. I've still got a load indoors. So next year I will put more pots out like this, because I really like this idea. I really love putting all these pots together like this with these trees, which are going to be in bigger pots next year, but they're always going to be in pots, and we're just going to put them in bigger pots. But I just love this sort of look, like this lovely sort of garden area. It just makes use of this space, which we're probably going to get a little greenhouse or something, a potting shed, that was it, a little potting shed on here, probably in the autumn maybe. Put a potting shed on this bit, or that bit, no, on this bit, because that bit is going to be the raised, the bed. But it'd be brilliant to have that. I'll just show you, I haven't even looked at the garden today. So yeah, I've got all my currant bushes. I'm not sure if you're supposed to cut them back or anything to help them to produce fruit. I don't really know anything about currants, so if anybody can help me out there, let me know if you're supposed to trim them or anything like that. I really don't know. And there's my other little trees here. Still a mess over there. I'm working on the garden. Oh, my partner put some hoops over there on my squashes, but they don't really need any hoops on now. But they'll be ready for the next thing. But the squashes are well away now, so I'll show you those in a second. Oh, there's my chickens all chattering. Oh, we painted this thing. My partner painted this the other day. Can you see it? And we put some bird feeders on, but they're coming to their own in the autumn. I don't really want this one filled up yet. I'll probably buy a new one anyway, or wash that one out because it's overhanging my garden. What are you lot doing? Don't go in my polytunnel. You know, no. Out! Right, that was funny. So Basil the third got through because this wasn't quite shut and decided to come in for a wander, as you may have heard. But the thing is, that wood, whatever that thing is in here still, and it was right next to Basil just then. My God. Anyway, so the I think it's a wood wasp zoomed off down the other end of the polytunnel, and I managed to get Basil out. Oh my God. What a carry on the strawberry there. Better take that in. Oh, I might eat that one actually. Not got many strawberries left in here now. Sorry. Not concentrating. Just looking. Oh, we got some runners. Oh, that's what I need to do this week, is sort out the runners for strawberries and peg them down, because I want some more strawberries. Up the other day because they were starting to look a bit really bad. So I've left the Alison for a minute, but I think later on this week I'm actually going to take all the Alison out. I did leave it for quite a while. The geraniums are really taking off. I have given them all a feed. In that one is the fuchsias. And the one at the end's still doing all right. And then over here, the Lavatera, which I think that other pot is Lavatera outside. They're all growing. The beans here, the Belotti beans, the second row down. Oh, and the radishes are growing there, and all my peas are growing. I need to keep an eye on the peas and make sure they string up. There looks like a stray one there. I need to string up. These flowers are growing. We've got more tomatoes growing there. More tomatoes there. Any of that, because I don't know if I was recording it. Anyway, I've been doing all the tomatoes, so the tomatoes, I've made them very airy. And we've got some more up here. This is really tall, this one. Really, really tall, and I've tied it to the post. I might have to do another. Oh, the bees in here. I don't know where that wood thing's gone. It's in here somewhere. Anyway, the aubergines at the back are doing okay. They're looking good. Yeah, these peppers here are looking good. I don't know if I can see any flowers. Oh yeah, just starting on that one. There's a flower there. Those two are quite tall, and then the rest are back there. So these are the I think these are the hot ones, and the others are the mild ones. So, and these flowers, calendula at the front here, some mint. Oh yeah, the thyme. Actually, look at that. See that? I just lifted it out of the ground there. So I'm gonna pot that on. I think we're gonna pot that on, and so we've got a couple of pots, and I'll harvest that bit. There's some more broccoli in here. More basil. Right, I've got my head down. I'll put a couple of aubergines in this bag. I've strung up these melons. These ones are called Chanteresse or something like that. So that's them. So hopefully we train them up this string here. I'll spend some time winding it round. So there's two in there. These are doing all right. There's a couple of lobelia here. They're all the geraniums that are left. I'm going to be putting them in the garden, so I'll probably put them in lots of beds, and in these beds here as well. Just dot them about, just to get rid of them. Yeah, the beans are doing really well. Look at them all. Beans all the way up here. So the watering system is working really well. Here we have our Biden. They're coming to an end now, I think. But what I'm going to do is take some seed off those. Oh, so many insects in here. Oh, my roses are amazing. Look. So what I'm going to do with these is that I picked 2 the other day, and I'm going to make sure I catch them before the petals fall, because then I'm going to keep the petals and make potpourri with them, because they're absolutely highly scented, smell wonderful. So I'm going to actually make sure. Oh God, what's that noise? So many insects in here, it's unbelievable. Oh, so I'm going to make. So I'm going to make sure. Oh my God, that I catch the flowers. Okay, right. The beetroot that I transplanted into here seem to be all right. They seem to be perked up now, so hopefully they'll be all right. I haven't touched the leeks or the carrots. They seem to have sprung back up now after being bashed down from when I took out the parsnips the other week, last week. Yeah, I think I did that last week. But they're all perked up again now, so we'll just leave those there. In here we have another melon. So I've put 2 more melons in here, and I've tied them up because they're also grow tall. The cucumber melon at the back is growing really well. And we've got our 5 beef tomatoes in here, so they've got plenty of growing room in here. I've put these larkspur at the front here just to make it pretty. And then we've got our other 2 melons here. This is what I've been doing. I haven't been doing none of this on camera, but I have been like potting on loads and loads of stuff. So I've got 2 more melons in another one of them bags strung up to here. And then I've put some celery in there. I think there's definitely more than 1 celery in there. And then we've got 2 more physalis there. And then 2 more aubergines, 2 more tomatoes. And these tomatoes, anyway, the strawberries are really huge. I've got 2 more. Oh, I showed you those physalis in there. Where's the melon? The cucumber melon. Oh, there it is. I haven't even seen that one. It's there. That one's growing all right. The only one that isn't growing all right is the one that I put in the corner where the potatoes were. I think that's the only one that's not really growing very well. I think this one's growing all right. I did put one in here, I think. I don't remember now. Or was it down this side? Yeah, down this side. There's one in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oh, I need to train it a bit. Poor little thing. I've just left it there. Anyway, I'll put a couple of sticks in. Anyway, all these things. So the parsnips are not growing. So what I'm going to do for the parsnips, right? I've decided I've got another one of those bag things, and I'm actually going to put some compost in it, and I'm going to put seeds straight in there and see if we can get the parsnips growing in there. Because if I can get just a few growing in those big bags, that would be enough if we have them for Christmas. So I only want a handful. I'm not greedy. These ones, oh, this one there germinated. But as we've heard before, trying to transplant these parsnips is not a good idea, or carrots, but we'll see. Anyway, the cauliflowers are growing. They're all starting to germinate. The Swedes, yeah, they're definitely germinated. These Californian poppies are germinated. Yeah, these are my cauliflowers. Not many of them have germinated, but it doesn't matter. Whatever that is, I sowed some watercress in that John Innes compost the other day. So I only put a little bit in, because you don't really need that much for cress, do you? In here is the evening primrose. Yeah, the evening primrose are actually out now in the field at the back. I will show you that on a different day. This purslane is growing well now. I need to put it on. There's watercress in here. The red cabbage is growing really well. What do we have here? Oh, autumn broccoli there. It's growing well. Oh, that's the salad there. So we've got salad We've got some more Brussels sprouts. Oh, do you think that's Brussels sprouts? Look at all these Brussels sprouts. So I put each one in a pot now. So we've got individual Brussels sprouts now. So there's loads and loads. And then this is the purple sprout and broccoli. This one is the one that I got from the plug plants. Not doing as well as mine, which is this one. This is the one I have grown from seed. Doing much better than this one that I got from plug plants. So we'll see which one comes out better. In here are the Bolt Hardy beetroot. They're growing really well. And these are the other two beef tomatoes that were tiny, tiny beef tomatoes growing in that John Innes compost. So they're them. And they were so small. What else have I done? So I've done loads and loads of potting on. The next thing to pot on. So all these plants here, these melons and everything, they're all doing really, really well. I'm stringing everything up. So we've got loads of celery. So what I was planning on doing with some of this celery, because obviously I don't need all these celeries, they're getting a bit dry. Oh, getting a bit dry in these pots. Is just to use the tops, actually. Just to use the tops for salad. Because I don't need all of these. And all of these are my rosemary, which I potted on. So I've got loads of rosemary. So I love rosemary and I want it dotted everywhere in the garden. My coleus flowers, plants, I still haven't potted these on yet. I quite like this one. Look at this. It's just so beautiful. I might just leave it like that. I really love it. I think I will just leave it. There's quite a few plants in there though. Might need to break them up a little bit. What else? I think that's it really. What else have I done? Yeah, so I harvested my sage, my parsley. Oh, and Mizuna's growing really well here, look. You can see that? That's that Chinese lettuce. My direct sown salad that I put in here twice now has disappeared. Don't know where it went, but it's gone. So I don't know if those little weeny ones there are it. Don't know. So we'll leave it and we'll see if they grow. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We've already sown some more salad on the table just in case that didn't happen. This leaf chicory is growing here. So that's growing. I think I sowed something in there. That don't seem to have come up either. The leaf beet. Oh, it's back there. Yeah, I've got to sow some more. Did I do some spinach? I thought I'd done some more spinach. Anyway, might need to direct sow some more spinach. These spinaches are still doing alright. When did I sow these? Oh, the 10th of the 3rd. So these ones, oh yeah, they're going well actually. But I did pull out two that are bolted. Oh, this lettuce here. I need to harvest that one because it's actually fallen out of the bed. These ones are still going alright. I've just been taking a few leaves off them. They're still alright. These are my second original lettuce that I sowed. And they haven't bolted yet. This chicory, oh yeah, I've pulled off all the leaves off this one. I shouldn't have done that really. Anyway, I've got more chicory growing around there. I took off all of that. Oh, there's that great big thing. It's over there by the tomatoes now. Oh, I just hope it doesn't eat my plants. I don't know what they eat. And it won't get out. Simon said he's going to get a net and try and catch the thing. You see it? Can you see it? Where is it? There. It is huge. It's a huge thing. You see it there? There it is. Apparently they eat insects. If it is a wood wasp. It's got caught on that leaf. It's been in here for 3 days now. It seems to be just walking around on my tomatoes. Maybe he's eating aphids. There's no aphids on them tomatoes. So I don't know what he's eating. He's doing something. Oh, sorry, I've lost it now. Okay, go back out. Oh, there he is. Anyway, let's not worry about it. He's here. The other day he was sitting on top of my fig tree. This fig tree's looking amazing. I keep feeding it. I feed it like every 2 or 3 days. As soon as I see the leaves going a bit weird, I feed it because I know that it needs a lot of food, this fig. And I planted these the other day in the top of it, and they're all growing now. So anyway, I think that's it. Let me just show you out the front. Did I show you out the front? I don't know, I can't remember now. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, let's go around this way. So it's all starting to look good. So I'm looking good. So this week's plan, I'm not doing any work in the garden today because I'm still hot, really hot. Really, really hot. So I'm going to move this bin. This is really heavy, by the way. I've got loads and loads of food that I'm turning into compost in here. But this is my food waste bin from my kitchen. This doesn't go with my compost bins over there, which is garden waste. This is the food waste, like all the peelings and stuff, eggshells, all that kind of thing is going in this bin. All the garden waste, which is tons, is going in my compost bins over there, and anything from the polytunnel that's spent is going on there. So just thought I'd show you that. Anyway, oh yes, I planted all these poppies in here the other day. So these are the communal garden poppies in here. And I just plopped them in there quick because I just needed to get them out of the polytunnel, poor little sausages. So I'm going to be putting some, so I will water this bed really, really well again. And then I'm going to put a mulch over the top, which is the bedding from the chickens and Anu, and I've got tons of it because I keep getting bags and bags of it I clean out my animals every week, so I keep all of the waste and I put it on the garden. So this bit's going to be mulched over, so this whole bed will be mulched to here. Oh, and I did put these Mexican cosmos in here the other day as well, so I put them in there. And then from this end here will be the food bed. So that's going to be food and food, because I have flowers all in the wall, as I'll show you. Oh yeah, let me show you the squash, how they're getting on. Squashes are doing well over this side. So here are my squash. Yeah, they're all looking good. I gave them a really good feed the other day, and they've really perked up now. And I keep checking the bed to make sure it's well watered, and it is. But look, I took off the netting yesterday, I think, and that's where my partner was doing the hoop. And I have in here hollyhocks as well. So there's all hollyhocks in here, and down the end is hollyhocks. So all the hollyhocks that I had, and a few lupins in here, and then all the squash. So I've got 9 squash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one's getting huge already, look. Or 10. No, I think there's more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 9 squash. Butternut squash these are. And these are all from seeds that we had a butternut squash from. So it just goes to show that you can grow your food for nothing, just by having a butternut squash and then just growing the rest of it. Tell you what I haven't looked at lately is my nettle tea in the bin over there. I will check it out another day. Just in case it's disgustingly minging. Anyway, let's have a look at the garden over here. So here, it's looking pretty. So I planted this poor little fern and one of my primulas in there that I had in a bucket for yonks, and they'll pick up. And then in here it's looking really pretty, look. I've got so many flowers in here. Look at that. So beautiful. So wonderful. I love all these tobacco flowers. they give off such a marvellous scent in the evening. And look at the coriander flowers, all them white flowers, that's coriander. So pretty. And then I've got, oh yeah, I planted this in here. This was one fennel that I had. The rest didn't germinate. So I try and, you know, if something grows, then I allow it to grow. And then I put some pansies in here, all the pansies, and around these pots. And in here, I've got more flowers. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. And the deal's in here. And over here, I think all my flowers are growing in the in this part of the garden. It's a bit jungly on this step bit. Oh, there's borage here. Hey. Oh, so this is the borage that was outside. Ah, oh, that's good. All these gone mental. I want to show you the hollyhocks down here. Ah, it's really hot over here. So in this part of the garden, we've got hollyhocks. Oh, that one looks like it could do with a drink, those two back there. And then there's some nasturtiums. There's a load of flowers down here from seeds that I had left, and I just threw them in here. So there's an assortment of stuff. I don't even know what half of it is. And then down here are my wildflowers that I put in. Anu got in here yesterday. Oh yeah, that was another thing. We had to fix this fencing because Anu got in here and just munched on some of my flowers. Cheeky sausage. So, all of the garden over there is very wild looking. Look at that. Amazing. And we've got loads of newts in our pond, which you can never see. I did pull out a bit of weed the other day to take to my fish, and with it came a load of baby newts. So I just put the bit of weed back in the pond. So, looking good. So, this week's mission, hopefully it won't be boiling hot every single day, is to mulch this part of the garden here. I need to mulch this, so I'm going to weed this. Then I'm going to mulch it. And then clear this bit. I did clear this the other week. I took out all the stinging nettles. Starting to grow back again. Clear all this rubbish away this week. And put it round the other side. And get the rest of this cleared up. Put it in the trolley and take it round the other side. And get a skip soon. Yeah, so started on this. And then get rid of the bin there. Which I think I've still got to keep. I might go and put it near the field, empty all that out and dispose of it appropriately, and then move my recycling bin, which I'm still composting stuff in, and then we'll see what happens with all those blocks there. Oh, there's some mulch there that I need to put on. We're going to get some wood and do our no-dig beds around the edge of the concrete there, just to keep the compost in, and then we'll start digging that bit over there and moving that earth that is gorgeous. I can tell you the earth under there is gorgeous, and putting it over here. Yes, that's what we need to do. And I'll mulch around this bit this year, and then we've got our compost bins. Obviously this one down this end is starting to go down a lot, and the other two I'm still using, so I'm not ready to cover them up yet. Yeah, and I think that's it. So I'll just turn the camera around and say goodbye. So I just want to say goodbye because I hope you enjoyed my tour of the polytunnel area today, the polytunnel in the garden on this boiling hot day. 30 degrees today apparently. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, centigrade that is. It's still really hot outside. I'm not planning on doing anything now in the garden. Yeah, I'm not today. I've watered the garden this morning. I watered the polytunnel this morning. I watered all these pots last night. I might probably have to water them again tomorrow. But yeah, everything's looking good. I'm really pleased with everything. I'm pleased with the way it's looking, how we're getting on. Obviously, you can only do so much. I'm only doing a little bit at a time, and I'm really enjoying it. I love it. I absolutely love watching all this stuff grow, and I'm learning by watching people's videos, what they're doing. I'm just learning from other people. Yeah, and hopefully one day somebody might see my videos and learn something from me, hopefully, and all the mistakes that I've made. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I added up all of the produce that we've got from the polytunnel from the start to date, today. Sorry, I just had to finish my coffee. I keep making drinks and I just leave them. Don't know if you do that. I must remember to put my ring on. I took it off because I was washing up and stuff. Anyway, I just want to say, yes, we've had 30 different lots of things growing in here that we've harvested to date. 30 different things. 30 different lots of vegetables and salad that I've taken from the polytunnel into our house and that we've consumed. So, and used for medicinal purposes like the cabbage leaves. But 30 different things to date, and we're only in July and we're nowhere near finished yet. We've still got tons and tons and tons of produce yet to eat from our polytunnel, but it just goes to show, I mean, I've never grown anything like this in my life ever, and I'm absolutely amazed as to what you can do with just a small amount of space, really. I mean, it's not that big, this polytunnel. It's 25 foot by 14 or 13 foot, and just to be able to grow so much stuff, it's amazing. I love it. And I've still got tons of produce left to go in and to put in the garden. I know that once I start putting things outside, they're probably not going to do as well as a lot of the stuff that I'm keeping an eye on in the polytunnel. But I'm just really, really enjoying the whole experience of owning this polytunnel and growing food. Growing our own food and flowers as well, not just food. I'm growing flowers as well, so that the place looks pretty, as well as, you know, giving us lots and lots of produce. It's just amazing. I absolutely love it. Anyway, I need to go now because I'm really, really hot. It's very, very, very hot. I'm back in the polytunnel again, and the temperature is still quite high. I've got both lots of doors open. There's a great airflow coming through. There's no condensation, which is great, because I'm trying to keep it dry. I don't want it to get all wet and damp in here at this time of year. I don't want any blight on my tomatoes, so I'm trying to keep the airflow going as much as possible. I might have slaughtered my tomatoes a bit by taking off so many leaves, but still, never mind. They look all right, actually. They look all right to me. I don't know what they're supposed to look like, but they look like tomato plants with leaves on and some tomatoes growing on them. Yeah, they're starting to get tomatoes on, and I will just keep feeding them. I keep feeding them. I'm feeding them once a week, making sure they get food, because they're all in these sort of, not, some of the pots are not very big what they're in, others are in bigger pots, and well, I'm just feeding them and giving them water every day. I water them every day. and just watering everything. Well, with the sprinkler system, which is amazing. I love it. I just come out first thing in the morning before it's too hot, put the sprinkler system on. Oh, we've got a butterfly in here now. We're doing well, aren't we? Got butterflies on my flowers and polytunnel. That's wonderful. Anyway, this is great, isn't it? Oh look, we've got a butterfly. Oh, I think it's a butterfly. Yeah, it must be. Or a moth. Oh, it's on one of the Biden flowers. Let's see if I can